Hi, folks. How are you? Happy Sunday evening, right? Man, I don't know about you, but it is almost 6 o'clock and it's still daylight. Yes. I think we're over the hump, right? We're over the hump of I think maybe that was on like, I don't know, one day last week was supposed to be the longest day, and then we kind of get over that hump to having um longer days. Man, I don't like overhead lights. I don't do them well. And I'm solar powered. I'm sunshine powered. I am not artificial light powered. Had a great weekend. Had the honor of officiating a beautiful ceremony yesterday for a wedding, and just fabulous. Great kids. An honor to serve them and their families. And I've absolutely done nothing today except for I made homemade spaghetti and meatballs, and I just took brownies out of the oven. I don't know that I'm going to eat any, but boy, they sure smell good. Do you ever just miss the smell of the holidays? There's something always cooking, and that's probably been the hardest part on this weight loss journey is my house don't smell like food anymore. It smells like candles. And you know what? That's a whole other soapbox because candles just don't smell the way they used to. I miss Kirkland's so bad. I miss home interior. Come on, I'm telling my age now. Some of you young folk will have no idea what a home interior candle is, but I'm telling you what, there was nothing like them back then. I don't know. Maybe I can get on Etsy. I'm sure somebody has some in their closets that haven't, you know, lost total scent yet. Kind of like my Hawaiian Tropic $80 bottle of suntan oil that didn't smell as good as I once remembered, but it was 30 years old. So I've been thinking about what I was supposed to share today, and now I'm just reminded of just how good and how faithful God is. And some of us we're a couple weeks into the month, and you're looking back at things you were going to change, and things, maybe you were going to, hit the gym, maybe you were going to rest, maybe you were going to slow down, maybe you were just going to wait upon the Lord and abide, in consecration, and whatever it is that you were going to start um, with realignment for the new year. I trust that is doing great. I trust it's doing well. If not, it's okay. Give yourself grace. There's always tomorrow, right? Get back on that treadmill. Get back on your weight bench. Get back on your bicycle. Um, get back to your walking on the beach. Get back to sipping your coffee and just being in his presence, right? That's what started this all, right? Being in his presence. That's where our fullness comes from. But I really felt like the Lord wanted me to remind you to slow down, breathe, and trust him again. So what's that look like? Let's pause for a moment and think about what does slow down, breathe, and trusting God again. What's that look like? Slow down. Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Breathe. Psalm 145:18. The Lord is near to all who call on him. Just breathe. Trust again. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Right? Sometimes, for me, trusting again just means releasing what I've been carrying too tightly. You know, we get in that mindset and we get busy and we just hold on to things. I've said it time and time again, God is not rushed. He is not anxious. He is not overwhelmed. But he invites us into his presence. And that's where we find peace. Sometimes I just have to say, Lisa, I have to choose to slow my pace, steady my breathing, and place my trust in the Lord. He is faithful. He is faithful. You know, life has a way of pulling us in every daggone direction. Some urgent, some not so urgent. Maybe urgent to somebody else. Maybe not urgent to us, but we're pulled into it, right? Because of their urgency. We have decisions to make. We have responsibilities to carry. We have expectations that we have to meet. Guidelines. You know, even in seasons of growth and victory, our souls, our minds, our body, our spirits, they become hurried, right? And then what happens? We start to strive. And God does not call us to strive our way into peace. He invites us to return to it, to enter into his presence. Slowing down is not weakness. It's not a sign of weakness. And it's not because you don't want to do something. It's surrender. Breathing deeply is not avoidance of what's happening around you. It's acknowledgement that God is near and that you hear him in that still, small, peaceful voice. It says, rest. Come into my presence. Let me give you rest. Trusting again doesn't mean that we never trusted before. Doesn't mean we lost our trust. It just means that we're making an intentional mindset to choose once more to place the weight of the world that falls on top of our lives back into his faithful hands. Because it's not ours to carry, folks. We weren't built to carry the weight of this world. We weren't built to do that. Sometimes the best thing that we can do is to pause long enough to remember who is actually in control, right? What a reminder. What a reminder that is. So we have to pause and we have to practice. Get into your closet. Get into your sanctuary. Get into your secret place. Pause. Slow down. Slow your body. Unclench your fists. Unclench your jaws. and relax your shoulders. I don't know about you, but when I'm in the midst of doing something, like especially when I'm working, all the weight falls right here. That's where it falls. And I get knots back here. I was not created to carry that. Try it. Breathe slowly. Inhale peace. Exhale worry. Inhale peace, the presence of the Lord. Exhale the world. Exhale stress. Exhale situations that you cannot control. We have to trust intentionally. So just name one thing that you're releasing back to God today. What is that? What is that? What does that look like for you? Release it. Today, I release in whatever it is. And just tell the Lord, Lord, I slow my pace before you. I quiet my heart and steady my breath. He is the air that we breathe, right? He is the air that we breathe. Lord, where I've taken control, I surrender it again. If fear has crept in, uncertainty, I choose to trust you. Lord, remind us that you are faithful, you are present, and at work. Even when I sleep, even when we rest, folks, he's still working. Peace is not found in having everything figured out. Peace is found in remembering who holds everything together for you. You might think that you have it all figured out. You may think you've got it all together. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. So let's just remind ourselves to slow down, breathe, and just continue to trust the Lord. So my reminder for you today is that peace comes when we stop striving, we stop the busyness, and we start abiding. Abiding. Rest. Rest in his peace. Tomorrow is a new day. And what? His mercies are new every morning. They never, ever come to an end. Be encouraged. Remain steadfast. That's what I have for you today. Rest in his presence. I'm challenging you to slow down, breathe again, and trust. Trust the Lord. He's got you. I love you all.